Hey, it's Ben Weiss from ZOAR Fitness, and this is the name game. Workout number 50 is Powwow. It's an 11-minute AMRAP, 11 dumbbell thrusters, 1 clean, 11 dumbbell thrusters, 3 cleans, 11 dumbbell thrusters, 5 cleans, 11 dumbbell thrusters, 7 cleans. Barbell weight is 225 for males and 155 for females. And the dumbbell weight is 50 pounds per hand for males and 35 pounds per hand for females. Let's get into standards. So, number one, it's not really a standard, but it's something that's important to remember. This is an AMRAP, right? So it's not for a time where you get done with your 7 cleans, you're like, haha, yay. It should be kind of nice. But that's not how it's written, right? So for people who are stronger, more fit, they're gonna do more than a round of this workout, and you'll go from your 7 cleans back into 11 dumbbell thrusters and then 1 clean. So that's important implications. We'll get into those later when we talk about strategy, but remember that it is an AMRAP where you're going through this as many times as you can in 11 minutes. So actual standards here, the dumbbell thruster. Yes, you may squat clean rep 1. In that first rep, whether it's a squat clean or you power clean and go into your squat, either way, each rep, your hip crease must go below the top of your knee, and then you must lock out the dumbbell over your body. So, and I mean this in 2 different ways. So first is that when you lock it out over your body, is that it's in line with your body. So a lot of people with dumbbells, especially when they get tired and they can't really control where they go, they end up kind of doing one of our presses like they're doing like the YMCA, like it's a snatch, right? Where it goes out really wide. So you need to keep the dumbbell over top of your body. So that if you're pressing like this and they're like falling and you're like catching them again, that's not a good rep, right? Make sure it's staying in line with your body. And then also in terms of front to back, you can't push them out in front like this. So it's the same thing. People do that all the time with push jerks and those sorts of movements. It's the same thing. Make sure you're locking it out over top of your body where you're pushing it up and back. So it's over your body in both directions, both planes of movement. And then for the cleans, you may power or squat clean, does not matter, but when you stand it up, you have to lock out your hips and your knees before you drop that weight. So, yeah, besides that, it's pretty simple. It's a ground to the shoulder and yeah, 1 single movement. And then setup, again, it's really not gonna matter as much in the latter rounds, but early on it will matter, or during your second round, it will matter a little bit more because you're only doing 1 clean and then you're right back to your dumbbells again. And granted, you're probably gonna wanna take a little bit of rest, but still it's only 1 clean. So it's like, you don't really want to have to walk like a long distance to be able to get there. So put them within decent proximity, and it's probably not going to matter as much as you get deeper in the workout, but it'll be kind of nice since you only have 1 clean to be able to get back to your dumbbells with relative ease. And then strategy, 3 tips. Number 1, break the thrusters. I mean, I don't know. It's something to think about for sure. So certainly, I think most people who are doing this, who are working with me, they can probably do 11 unbroken dumbbell thrusters, but should you do 11 unbroken dumbbell thrusters each time? I think this obviously depends on your dumbbell thruster capacity, but I think even more importantly, it depends on how strong you are in terms of the clean. If the clean is something that's relatively light and that you're just gonna be able to kind of do relatively quick, I mean, quick is always relative to what the weight is, but singles with a fairly quick reset on each one, then you know, maybe you do them unbroken. However, if I think for a lot of people breaking 6 and 5, it would be a smart way to go. I think for a lot of people, that's probably what I would recommend. Maybe if you're someone who, like, for example, those cleans are like at 95% of your max, right? Where it's like a max almost every single time you get to the bar. Then just break it up like 4-4-3 or something similar where, you know, you're breaking more often, but that's not really going to be a limitation either way. It's just like you have to keep your fatigue as low as possible so that you can hit your max basically as many times as you can in this workout. So that's another option. Tip number 2, please power. Or if you can, please power, right? So like If you're someone who has a power clean and you're someone who can do that consistently with this weight, do that option, right? Don't squat clean it because you're gonna be squatting for all the other reps. Now that being said, if you're someone who this is 95% of your max or something like that, or your squat clean's way higher than your power clean, you're someone who's sort of an anomaly in that sense, okay, then you can maybe squat and possibly it's appropriate. Or again, if it's your only option, you have to squat. But if you have the options, power the weight if you can, right? So power clean as much as you possibly can. Tip number 3, again, just like last week, there's a density flip-flop going on. So there are 16 cleans per round through this entire workout, and 44 dumbbell thrusters. So there's obviously way more dumbbell thrusters, but the thing that you have to remember is the bulk of those cleans, the set of 5 and the set of 7, is at the end of the workout. The first half of the workout, there's 1 clean and 3 cleans. So it's literally 4 cleans in the first half of the workout. And you're gonna be doing 33 dumbbell thrusters before you actually do more than 3 cleans. So it's like, there's not much density in terms of the cleans early on, but as you get later, it's then 5 and 7, which is big chunks of heavy cleans, and then you'll go back again, right? So not like it's just not going in perpetuity, forever, that's the word I want to use, in that direction. Rather, you're actually having the density flip-flop happen every single time you go through this round. So if you make it past 1 round, it's gonna go back to being dumbbell thruster heavy again. As you get deeper, it'll be heavier on the cleans again. So it's just gonna continue to flip-flop, which just kind of gives the workout an interesting dynamic and makes it fun, in my opinion, rather than just being hard the entire way through. It will be hard the entire way through, but it'll be, add a little bit of spice into it. Let's put it that way. So if you're someone who's watching this on YouTube and you want to trial Pro for 7 days, you can do that. Get a 7-day free trial if you go to zoarfitness.com/pro-trial. And for everybody else, best of luck on Powwow.